movement will be very much restricted inside the hall.
Dear graduates and parents, please stay silent and maintain decorum in the hall. The procession will begin shortly.
We request all the graduates to maintain complete silence and decorum, please. Please switch off all mobile phones and any other electronic devices. The academic procession will begin shortly. Please occupy your seats.
Dear graduates, if chief guests have arrived, the academic procession will begin shortly. Kindly remain silent and maintain decorum in the hall.
Namashivaya. A very humble request, please maintain absolute silence. Our esteemed chief guest and guest of honor have already arrived, and the academic procession is going to start in a few minutes from now. When the academic procession is starting, please stand up. We'll give you the indication as soon as the music comes. Please rise up.
वन्दे वेदमातरं वन्दे देहमातरं वन्दे देशमातरं वन्दे विश्वमातरं वन्दे वेदमातरं वन्दे देहमातरं वन्दे देशमातरं वन्दे विश्वमातरम् जय जय भारत माता जय जय माता अवतारंदमयी जय जय भारत माता जय जय माता अवतारंदमयी मंगलकारिणि मंजुलहारिणि जयतु समस्त चराचर बन्धु भवतु सदा हृदि सेवन सिन्धु जयतु समस्त चराचर बन्धु भवतु सदा हृदि सेवन सिन्धु गणसिरवासि सदा मम सन्धु मधुरित चिन्ता मधुकन्दा मनसिरवासि सदा मम सन्धु मधुरित चिन्ता मधुकन्दा वन्दे वीरमातरं वन्दे देहमातरं वन्दे देशमातरं वन्दे विश्वमातरम् कुरु मे हृदि दोष विचार पूरय मे हृदि धर्म विकार मा कुरु मे हृदि दोष विचार पूरय मे हृदि धर्म विकार आरय मामखिलापनतोमि देहि सदा सुख कुशलमुदार आरय मामखिलापनतोमि देहि सदा सुख
Kindly be seated down. As we gather to celebrate a milestone of learning and achievement, we begin by seeking the blessings of the Divine Feminine, the eternal source of wisdom, prosperity, and strength. The semi-classical dance is a humble offering that invokes Goddess Saraswati, who illuminates every mind with knowledge, Goddess Lakshmi, who bestows abundance, grace, and auspiciousness, and Goddess Durga, the embodiment of courage, protection, and unwavering resolve. Through rhythm, expression, and movement, this presentation reflects the timeless virtues these goddesses inspire within us. May their divine presence bless this convocation with harmony, purpose, and success, guiding every graduate towards a future filled with wisdom, compassion, resilience, and noble accomplishments.
Presenting Shakti Triveni, the divine power of wisdom, prosperity, and courage, performed by Nanda Madhav, Niranjana, Arpita, Diya, Niranjana Varma, Anagha S. Menon, Sheetal, and Kanishka. Please welcome them with a warm round of applause.
ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಂಬಲಿ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಂಬಲಿ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ನಮ್ಮಂಬಲಿ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ ಬಲಿ ಸೌಭಾಗ್ಯದ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮೀ ಬರಮ್ಮ
வண்ணத்தாமரையே உன் எண்ணத்தில் சிறையே கார்மேகத்தில் உயிர் பூக்கும் மழையே வண்ணத்தாமரையே உன் எண்ணத்தில் சிறையே கார்மேகத்தில் உயிர் பூக்கும் மழையே கொஞ்சம் மொழி பாவையே கெஞ்சும் விழி பார்வையே நெஞ்சம் காற்றோடு காயும் தனியே வழிகள் சொல்லும் விழிகள் இங்கு கரையோ விழிகள் சொல்லும் மொழிகள் இங்கு உரையோ மொழிகள் சொல்லும் கவிகள் இங்கு சிறையோ கவிகள் சொல்லும் விழிகள் இங்கு பிறையோ என் பதில் நீ சொல்லம்மா என் உயிர் காதல் கண்ணம்மா ஞானங்களோ நகர்ந்திடும் மேகங்கள் புயலோ கோலங்களோ வரைந்திடும் பாதங்கள் மலரோ காலங்கள் மாதங்கள் போனாலும் தேயாது
Thank you. Om Amriteshwariye Namaha. Humble prostrations at the lotus feet of our beloved Amma, Her Holiness Sadguru Shri Mata Amritanandamayi Devi, the Chancellor and guiding light of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham University. I respectfully request the dignitaries on the dais to light the ceremonial lamp for the 30th Convocation of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham at its Coimbatore campus. Audience, please rise for the lighting of the lamp. Please remain standing for the invocation and the national song Vande Mataram that will follow the lighting of the lamp and the invocation.
वात्सल्यामृतवर्षिणीं सुमधुरं सङ्कीर्तनालापिनीं श्यामाङ्गीं मधुस्निग्धसूक्तिम् अमृतानन्दात्मिकाम् ईश्वरी ॐ अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः ॐ अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः ॐ अमृतेश्वर्यै नमः
National song, Vande Mataram.
वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां शस्य श्यामलां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् शुभ्रज्योत्स्नां पुलकितयामिनीं पुण्यकुसुमितद्रुमदलशोभिनीं सुहासिनीं सुमधुरभाषिणीं सुखदां वरदां मातरं वन्दे मातरम् कोटि कोटि कंठ कल कल निनाद करले कोटि कोटि भुजै धृत कर करवाले अबला अनुमारक बोले बहुबल धारिणी नमामि तारिणी विपुदल वारिणी मातरं वन्दे मातरम् तुमि विद्या तुमि धर्म तुमि विधि तुमि मर्म त्वं हि प्राणाः शरीरे बाहुते तुमि मा शक्ति हृदये तुमि मा भक्ति तुम्हारी प्रतिमा गणि मंदिरे मंदिरे वन्दे मातरम् त्वं हि दुर्गा दश प्रहरणधारिणी कमला कमलदल विहारिणी वाणी विद्यादायिनी नमामि त्वां नमामि कमलाम् अमलाम् अतुलाम् सुजलां सुफलां मातरम् वन्दे मातरम् श्यामलां सरलां सुस्मितां भूषितां धरणीं धरणीं मातरं वन्दे मातरम् वन्दे मातरम्
Please remain seated. May I now request Dr. Bipin Nair, Registrar of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, to formally welcome this august gathering.
Om Amriteshwari Namaha. Namah Shivaya. Good morning, everyone. Sri Ganesh Kumar, Honorable Chief Election Commissioner, Election Commission of India, Dr. R. Balasubramaniam, Honorable Member, Niti Aayog, Sampujya Swami Ramakrishnanandapuri, Mata Amritanandamayi Mutt, Dr. Venkatrangan, Vice Chancellor, Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, members of the Academic Council and Executive Council of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, faculty members from the Coimbatore and sister campuses of Amrita, proud parents and family members, dear graduates, the stars of the show today, well-wishers, friends, a very warm welcome to the 30th Convocation of the Coimbatore campus of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. A convocation is much more than the conferment of degrees. It is a celebration of dreams fulfilled, of challenges overcome, and future waiting to unfold. A convocation is a moment when years of perseverance, intellectual curiosity, disciplined effort, and personal transformation converge into an occasion of profound significance. Today, we gather here not merely to recognize academic accomplishments, but to celebrate the emergence of a new generation of professionals, innovators, researchers, entrepreneurs, and compassionate leaders who will walk out of the gates of our university and attempt to shape the future of our nation and the world. So on this occasion, it is indeed a great honor and a proud privilege for us to have with us today Sri Gyanesh Kumar, the Honorable Chief Election Commissioner, Election Commission of India. In spite of his busy schedule, he readily agreed to honor us with his dignified presence. A very warm welcome to you, sir. We're also delighted to have with us today Dr. R. Balasubramaniam, member, Niti Aayog. I'm sure, sir, your presence here today would be a great source of inspiration to the graduating students, our faculty, and to all members of this university. A hearty welcome to you, sir. Swami Ramakrishnanandapuri, one of the senior-most disciples of our Chancellor Rama, has always been a strong pillar of support for all activities of the university. In spite of his extremely hectic schedule, Swamiji readily agreed to grace this occasion with his presence. A very warm welcome to you, Swamiji. A very hearty welcome also to our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Venkatrangan. In spite of his very busy schedule, he is with us here today. As all of us are aware, our Chancellor Rama has always maintained that knowledge, when guided by compassion, becomes wisdom, and wisdom, when expressed through selfless service, becomes the foundation for lasting progress. It is this timeless philosophy that has inspired our university, Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, to build an ecosystem where excellence in academics goes hand in hand with ethics, research with responsibility, innovation with inclusiveness, and technological advancement with humanitarian values. It is this kind of an approach that has enabled us as a university to be ranked consistently among the top 10 universities in NIRF ranking in the country, and more importantly, being ranked among the top 50 universities in the world, 37th rank to be precise, in the Times Higher Education SDG Impact Rankings declared last month. So as you graduate from this university today, you are doing so at a defining moment in India's journey. As our nation advances towards the vision of Viksit Bharat 2047, it calls upon our youth, all of you, to become the architects of an inclusive, innovative, sustainable, and knowledge-driven future. So as we celebrate your graduation today, let us also reaffirm our shared commitment to excellence, integrity, sustainability, inclusiveness, and service to humanity. These enduring values will continue to guide our university in our mission of creating enlightened citizens and transformative leaders like all of you. So may this convocation be remembered not merely as the end of your university journey, but as the beginning of a lifetime dedicated to learning, innovation, and compassionate service. May your knowledge bring wisdom, your success bring humility, and your achievements contribute to the progress of our nation and the welfare of humanity. Once again, a very warm welcome to everyone to this Convocation 2026. Namah Shivaya. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. We shall now have our beloved Chancellor, Amma's video message.
ആത്മസ്വരുകളായിരിക്കുന്ന എല്ലാവർക്കും നമസ്കാരം. പ്രകൃതിയുടെ സന്തുലിതാവസ്ഥയ്ക്ക് കോട്ടം സംഭവിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുന്ന ഈ കാലഘട്ടത്തിൽ ലോകത്തിൻ്റെ പ്രതീക്ഷ നിങ്ങളിൽ അത്ഭുതമായിരിക്കുന്നു. വിദ്യാർത്ഥികളായ നിങ്ങളുടെ സ്നേഹം, കാരുണ്യം, സാമൂഹിക പ്രതിബദ്ധത എന്നിവയുടെ സംഘമാണ് ഈ ലോകത്തെ ശാന്തിയിലേക്ക് നയിക്കാൻ സഹായിക്കേണ്ടത്. ജീവിതത്തിൽ ഏകദേശം 20 വർഷത്തിൽ കൂടുതൽ വിജ്ഞാനത്തിനായി സരസ്വതിദേവിയെ ഉപാസിച്ചവരാണ് നിങ്ങളിൽ പലരും. പഠിച്ചത് പ്രവൃത്തിപഥത്തിൽ കൊണ്ടുവരാനുള്ള അവസരമാണ് ഇനി. ആ അമൂല്യമായ അവസരം മക്കൾ കാണാതെ പോകരുത്. സ്വന്തം ആവശ്യങ്ങളെക്കുറിച്ച് മാത്രം ചിന്തിക്കാതെ ലോക നന്മയ്ക്കായി നമുക്ക് എന്ത് ചെയ്യാൻ കഴിയും എന്നുകൂടി ചിന്തിക്കേണ്ടിയിരിക്കുന്നു. മക്കളുടെ ജീവിതം ലോകത്തിന് വേണ്ടി കൂടിയാകണം. സ്നേഹമായ എണ്ണയുമൊക്കെ കാരണത്ത് തിരി ജ്വലിപ്പിക്കണം. പ്രകൃതിയുടെ താളലയം സംരക്ഷിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടതെന്താണെന്ന് മനസ്സിലാക്കി അത് പ്രാവർത്തികമാക്കണം. അപ്പോൾ എല്ലാത്തിനെയും നിയന്ത്രിക്കുന്ന ഈശ്വര ശക്തിയിൽ വിശ്വാസം അർപ്പിച്ച് മുന്നോട്ട് നീങ്ങുകയും വേണം. അത് നമുക്ക് അടിസ്ഥാനമായിട്ട് വേണ്ടത് ക്ഷമയാണ്. ഒരു പുഷ്പം മൊട്ടായിരിക്കുമ്പോൾ അത് വലിച്ചു പെടുത്താൻ ശ്രമിച്ചാൽ അതിൻ്റെ പരിമണ ഭംഗിയാകില്ല, സ്വമായി വിടർന്നാലേ ഉണ്ടാവുള്ളൂ. അതുപോലെ നമുക്ക് അടിസ്ഥാനമായിട്ട് വേണ്ടത് ക്ഷമയാണ്. എന്തിന്? ക്ഷമയാണ് ജീവിതത്തിൻ്റെ അടിസ്ഥാനം. ഇത് പറയുമ്പം ഒരു നമുക്കഥ ഓർക്കുകയാണ്. ഒരു കടയിൽ ജോലിക്ക് നിർത്തിയിരിക്കുന്ന പയ്യൻ, അവന് സാധനങ്ങൾ എടുത്തു കൊടുക്കും, ഇടയ്ക്കിടയ്ക്ക് ഉറക്കം തൂങ്ങിക്കൊണ്ട് നിൽക്കും. കട ഉടമസ്ഥൻ്റെ മൂത്ത മോന് മാനേജ്മെൻറ്റ് പഠിത്തം കഴിഞ്ഞ് തിരിച്ച് വന്നപ്പോൾ ഈ കടയിൽ നിൽക്കുന്ന പയ്യൻ ഇങ്ങനെ ഇടയ്ക്കിടയ്ക്ക് ഉറക്കം തോന്നുന്നുണ്ട്. ആ അച്ഛനോട് ദേഷിച്ചു, അച്ഛാ, ഒരു കടയിൽ ബിസിനസ് നിൽക്കുന്ന പയ്യൻ ഇങ്ങനെ ആയിരിക്കണോ? ഇങ്ങനെ ഉറക്കം തൂങ്ങുന്ന പയ്യനാണ് നിർത്തേണ്ടത്. അവനെ ജോലിയെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു വിട്ടേക്കോ, നാളെ തന്നെ അവനെ ജോലിയെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു വിടണം. അച്ഛൻ പറഞ്ഞു, മോനെ, ഒരു പാവപ്പെട്ട വീട്ടിലെ പയ്യനാണ്, അവൻ അച്ഛനില്ല, ഇവൻ്റെ ജോലിയുടെ പണം കൊണ്ടാണ് കുടുംബം കഴിയുന്നത്. അതുമാത്രമല്ല, ഇവൻ 2 മാസം ശമ്പളം ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ കൊടുത്തും പോയി. അല്ല, അച്ഛൻ തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും ഇങ്ങനെ പറഞ്ഞു വേണം. അതിനൊരു വഴിയുണ്ട് മോനെ. അതെന്താ വെച്ചാൽ ഈയടുത്ത് ഒരു ബന്യൻ ഇറങ്ങിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. പറയുന്നത് ഡിപ്രഷനുള്ളവർക്കും ഉറക്കം കിട്ടാത്തവർക്കും അത് ധരിച്ചാൽ നല്ല ഉറക്കം കിട്ടും, നല്ല ശാന്തിയും അനുഭവിക്കാൻ സാധിക്കുമെന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത് കേൾക്കുന്നത്. ആ ബന്യൻ നാളെ ഇവിടെ എത്തും. അപ്പം 2 ദിവസം കഴിഞ്ഞവ പറഞ്ഞു വിടണോ വേണ്ട എന്നുള്ള തീരുമാനം എടുക്കാം. 2 ദിവസം കഴിഞ്ഞ് അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ മോൻ കടയിലോട്ട് വരുമ്പോൾ കടയുടെ മുമ്പിൽ ഈ ഇറങ്ങിയ ബനിയൻ ധരിച്ച് ഈ ഉറക്കം തൂങ്ങുന്ന പയ്യനെ അവിടെ വെച്ചിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ മുകളിലൊരു ബോർഡുണ്ട്, ഡിപ്രഷനുള്ളവരും ഉറക്കം കിട്ടാത്തവർക്കും ഈ ബനിയൻ ധരിച്ചാൽ ഉറക്കം കിട്ടുന്നതായിരിക്കും, റിലാക്സ് ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കുന്നതായിരിക്കും അന്ന് ബോർഡ് എഴുതി. പക്ഷെ താഴെ ഈ ബനിയൻ ധരിച്ചിരിക്കുന്ന പയ്യനുണ്ട്, തൂങ്ങിക്കൊണ്ടേയിരിക്കുകയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ മൂത്തമ്മ വരുമ്പോൾ കാണുന്ന രംഗം ബോർഡ് ഇതാണ്. എന്നിട്ട് നേരെ അകത്തോട്ട് കയറി നിന്നപ്പോൾ കട നിറച്ച് ചിടിച്ച് നിൽക്കുന്ന ആൾക്കാർ ഈ ബന്യം വാങ്ങിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി. വന്ന ദിവസം തന്നെ ബന്യം വിറ്റ് തരികയും ചെയ്തു. അദ്ദേഹം വളരെ ക്ഷമയുള്ള മനുഷ്യനാണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ആ വിവേകം ഉണ്ടായി. അതുകൊണ്ട് ആ പയ്യനിലെ കുറവുകളെ അദ്ദേഹം കഴിവുകളാക്കി മാറ്റി. അതുപോലെ വിവേകത്തോടുകൂടിയും ക്ഷമയോടുകൂടി നീങ്ങിയാൽ നമുക്ക് ഏത് കുറവുകളെയും കഴിവുകളാക്കി മാറ്റാൻ പറ്റും. അനുഭവമാണ് ഗുരു. അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ അനുഭവജ്ഞാനമാണ് പോരായ്മകളെയും നല്ല രീതിയിൽ ഉപയോഗിക്കാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞത്. മക്കളിപ്പോൾ ഇനി ഇവിടുന്ന് ജോലിക്ക് വേണ്ടി ഇറങ്ങുന്നതായിരിക്കും. അപ്പോൾ ആ ക്ഷമയും ശ്രദ്ധയും ഓരോ കർമ്മത്തിലും ഒക്കെ കൊണ്ടാകട്ടെ. നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ പല വിധത്തിലുള്ള സാഹചര്യങ്ങളുണ്ടാകാറുണ്ട്. ചിലപ്പോൾ എങ്ങനെ പ്രവർത്തിക്കണമെന്ന് തീരുമാനിക്കാൻ നമുക്ക് സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യം ഉണ്ടാകും, മറ്റു ചിലപ്പോൾ ആ സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യം നമുക്ക് ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. എല്ലാം അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് സ്വീകരിക്കാനേ പറ്റൂ. പ്രവർത്തനങ്ങൾ തിരഞ്ഞെടുക്കാനുള്ള സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യം നമുക്കുള്ളപ്പോൾ എല്ലാം ഈശ്വരൻ്റെ ഇച്ഛയാണെന്ന് ചിന്തിച്ച് വെറുതെ ഇരിക്കേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. അത്തരം സന്ദർഭങ്ങളിൽ വിവേകം ഉപയോഗിച്ച് ശരിയായ കർമ്മം ചെയ്യാൻ നമുക്ക് കഴിയണം. പക്ഷേ തിരഞ്ഞെടുക്കാനുള്ള സ്വാതന്ത്ര്യം ഇല്ലാത്ത അവസരങ്ങളിൽ എല്ലാം ഈശ്വരേച്ഛയായി സ്വീകരിക്കാൻ നമ്മൾ ശ്രമിക്കണം. ഉദാഹരണത്തിന്, നമ്മൾ ആരുടെ പൊക്കം വയ്ക്കാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുകയാണ്. ഇന്ന് നമ്മുടെ സെല്ലുകളിൽ, അതായത് ജീൻസിൽ 5 അടി കൂടുതൽ നീളം വയ്ക്കാനുള്ള ഘടനയില്ല. അതുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മൾ എത്ര ശ്രമിച്ചാലും 1 ഇഞ്ച് പോലും നീളം വയ്ക്കാൻ നമുക്ക് കഴിയില്ല. കാൽ രണ്ടും കെട്ടിത്തൂക്കി ഞാൻ കിടന്നാലും തലയും കുത്തി നിന്നാലും എത്ര ഭക്ഷണം കഴിച്ചാലും എത്ര മരുന്ന് കഴിച്ചാലും നമ്മൾ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്ന പോലെ നീളം വയ്ക്കില്ല. ഇങ്ങനെയുള്ള ആവശ്യമില്ലാത്ത പ്രവൃത്തികൾ നമ്മുടെ ശക്തിയും സമയം കളയുന്ന മാത്രമല്ല, കൂടുതൽ പ്രയാസങ്ങൾ സൃഷ്ടിക്കുകയും ചെയ്യും. ചിലത് നമ്മൾ പ്രയത്നിച്ച് മാറ്റിയെടുക്കാൻ സാധിക്കും. ഇപ്പോൾ ഉദാഹരണം, നമ്മുടെ പരീക്ഷയിൽ തോറ്റാൽ ഇത് വിധിയായിരിക്കും, നിശ്ചയം കൊണ്ട് ഇരിക്കേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ലല്ലോ. നമ്മൾ വീണ്ടും ഒന്നുകൂടി പഠിച്ച് പരീക്ഷ എഴുതാൻ ശ്രമിക്കണം. ചിലപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഇന്നൊരു ജോലി കിട്ടിയില്ല, വിധിയാന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കാൻ പാടില്ല. വീണ്ടും ഇന്നൊരു പോകുന്ന പോലെ നമ്മൾ ശ്രമിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കണം. ജീവിതത്തിൽ ചില കാര്യങ്ങൾ നമ്മൾ സ്വീകരിക്കേണ്ടതുണ്ട്, ചില പ്രയത്നത്തിലൂടെ മാറ്റേണ്ടതുണ്ട്. ഉദാഹരണത്തിന്, ഒരു മഹാപ്രളയം കേരളത്തെ ഒന്നാകെ മുക്കിയപ്പോൾ മക്കൾ ഊണും ഉറക്കവും ഉപേക്ഷിച്ച് പ്രളയത്തിൽപ്പെട്ട നിസ്സഹായരെ രക്ഷിക്കാൻ ഒന്നിച്ച് പ്രവർത്തിച്ച് ഹെൽപ്പ് ലൈൻ സ്ഥാപിച്ച് മക്കൾ അനവധി പേരെ ദുരിതക്കടലിൽ നിന്ന് രക്ഷപ്പെടാൻ സഹായിച്ചു. ആ കൂട്ടായ്മയുടെ പിറകിൽ പ്രവർത്തിച്ച വികാരം എന്തായിരുന്നു? മക്കൾ ഉള്ളിൽ നിറഞ്ഞ സ്നേഹവും കാരുണ്യവുമല്ലേ? സഹജീവികളോട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് തോന്നിയ സ്നേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ശക്തിയാണ് ആ കർമ്മം. അങ്ങേയറ്റം ഭംഗിയാക്കാനും മറ്റുള്ളവർക്ക് പ്രചോദനമാകാനും നിങ്ങളെ സഹായിച്ചത്. ആ സമയത്ത് ഞാനെന്നും അവരെന്നുമുള്ള ചിന്തയില്ലായിരുന്നു. നമ്മൾ എന്ന സ്നേഹത്തിൻ്റെ, അതിൽ നിന്നുണ്ടായ ഐക്യബോധത്തിൻ്റെ ശക്തിയാണ് നിങ്ങളെ നയിച്ചത്. മക്കൾ ചെയ്ത പോലെ തന്നെ വേറെ പല രീതിയിൽ എല്ലാവരും കൂടെ പല രീതിയിലുള്ള ആ പ്രയത്നം കൊണ്ടാണ് അത്രയും പേരെ രക്ഷിക്കാനും, പിന്നെ ആ ജനങ്ങളുടെ എല്ലാവരുടെയും കാരുണ്യം കൊണ്ടാണ് അന്നവും വസ്ത്രവും ഒരേപോലെ എത്തിപ്പെട്ടതും. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഇത് എപ്പോഴും എല്ലാവരുടെയും ഉള്ളിലുണ്ട്. ശ്രമിച്ചാൽ നമുക്ക് ഈ ഭൂമി തന്നെ സ്വർഗമാക്കി മാറ്റാൻ കഴിയും. ആത്മീയ ശക്തി എപ്പോഴും ജ്വലിപ്പിച്ച് നിർത്താൻ കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പിന്നെ ജീവിതം ഒരു നദീപ്രഭാവം പോലെ സുന്ദരമാകും. അത് തടസ്സങ്ങളില്ലാതെ മുന്നോട്ടൊഴുകിക്കൊണ്ടിരിക്കും. തടസ്സങ്ങളൊന്നും ഉണ്ടാകില്ല എന്നല്ല, തടസ്സങ്ങൾ നിങ്ങളെ തടുത്തു നിർത്തില്ല, ഒന്നിൽ നിന്നും പിന്തിരിപ്പിക്കില്ല. നമ്മളെല്ലാവരും മനുഷ്യരെന്ന് പറയും, എന്നാൽ ഒരു പുഴുവിനേക്കാളും കഷ്ടത്തിലാണ് നമ്മൾ ജനിച്ച് മരിക്കുന്നത് സമൂഹത്തിന്. പുഴു ഇണചേരുന്ന് ഭക്ഷണം കഴിഞ്ഞ് കുട്ടികളെ സൃഷ്ടിക്കുന്നു. മനുഷ്യൻ ഇണചേരുന്ന് കുട്ടികളെ സൃഷ്ടിക്കുന്നു, ഭക്ഷണം കഴിക്കുന്നു, മരിക്കുന്നു. പക്ഷെ പുഴു പ്രകൃതി നശിപ്പിക്കുന്നില്ല. പക്ഷെ മനുഷ്യൻ പ്രകൃതി നശിപ്പിച്ചും എടുത്തും കൊണ്ട് പോകുന്നു. മനുഷ്യന്മം കിട്ടിയിട്ടും ബുദ്ധിയെ പ്രവർത്തനക്ഷമമാക്കുന്ന ആ ശക്തിയുടെ ഉറവിടം നാം അന്വേഷിക്കേണ്ടിയിരിക്കുന്നു. ആ ശക്തി നമ്മൾ കുടികൊള്ളുന്നു. അത് നമ്മുടെ അസ്തിത്വത്തിൻ്റെ അഗാധ തലമാണ്. നമ്മുടെ അസ്തിത്വത്തെ നമുക്ക് നിഷേധിക്കാനാവില്ല. ലോകത്തിൻ്റെ അസ്തിത്വം, പ്രകൃതിയിലെ ഓരോ വസ്തുവിൻ്റെയും അസ്തിത്വം നിഷേധിക്കാനാവുന്നതല്ല. ഞാനുണ്ട് എന്ന സത്യം സ്വയം പ്രകാശകമാണ്. ഈശ്വരൻ വെറും വിശ്വാസമാണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് തള്ളിക്കളയാൻ കഴിഞ്ഞേക്കാം. പക്ഷേ അസ്തിത്വം നിഷേധിക്കാനാവുന്നതല്ല. ആ അസ്തിത്വം, ആ പ്രപഞ്ചശക്തി, അതാണ് ഈശ്വരൻ. അമ്മ ഇത് പറയുമ്പോൾ ഒരു സംഭവം ഓർക്കുകയാണ്. ഒരിക്കലൊരു ഗ്രാമത്തിൽ ഒരു പ്രതിമ വെച്ചിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ആ പ്രതിമ 2 കൈയും പൊക്കി പിടിച്ചിരിക്കുന്ന പ്രതിമയായിരുന്നു. കഴുത്തിൽ ഒരു തകടിൽ എഴുതിയിരുന്നു, എൻ്റെ കൈകളിലേക്ക് വരുമെന്നാണ് ആ പ്രതിമയുടെ കഴുത്തിൽ കിടന്ന തകടിൽ എഴുതിയിരുന്നത്. ഒരു യുദ്ധസമയത്ത് ബോംബ് വീണ് കൈ 2 നഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടു. അപ്പോൾ ഈ പ്രതിമ എല്ലാവർക്കും വളരെ ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട, ഗ്രാമവാസിയൊക്കെ പ്രതിമ വളരെ ഇഷ്ടമാണ്. അപ്പോൾ കുറച്ച് പേരുടെ ഇവിടെ കൂടി. അപ്പോൾ ഈ പ്രതിമ എടുത്ത് മാറ്റിയിട്ട് വേറെ പുതിയൊരെണ്ണം വയ്ക്കാം എന്ന് കുറച്ച് പേർ അഭിപ്രായപ്പെട്ടു. അപ്പോൾ അതിൽ കുറച്ച് പേർക്ക് അഭിപ്രായപ്പെട്ടു, ഈ പ്രതിമ മാറ്റണ്ട, ആ വേറെ 2 കൈകൾ വെച്ച് പിടിപ്പിച്ചാൽ മതിയെന്ന്. അപ്പോൾ അതിനൊരു വൃദ്ധൻ ചാടി എന്നിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞു, ഈ പ്രതിമ മാറ്റുകയും വേണ്ട, കൈകൾ വെച്ച് പിടിക്കുകയും വേണ്ട, ഇങ്ങനെ തന്നെ ഇരിക്കട്ടെ എന്ന് വൃദ്ധനായ അദ്ദേഹം പറഞ്ഞു. അപ്പോൾ വേറൊരാൾ പറഞ്ഞു, അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ കഴുത്തിനെ കിടക്കുന്ന തകടിൽ എൻ്റെ കൈകളിലേക്ക് വരുമെന്ന് എഴുതിയിട്ടുണ്ടല്ലോ, അപ്പം കൈകളില്ലാതെ ഈ തകടി കിടക്കുന്ന വാക്കങ്ങനെ ശരിയാവും എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. അപ്പോൾ ആ വൃദ്ധനായ അദ്ദേഹം പറഞ്ഞു, നിങ്ങളൊരു കാര്യം ചെയ്യണം, എൻ്റെ കൈകളിലേക്ക് വരുമെന്ന് എഴുതിയിരിക്കുന്ന താഴെ എൻ്റെ കൈ നിങ്ങളിലൂടെ എന്ന് എഴുതി ചേർക്കാം, അതിൻ്റെ താഴെ എഴുതി ചേർക്കാൻ പറഞ്ഞു. ഈശ്വരൻ്റെ കൈ നമ്മളിലൂടെയാണ്. ഈശ്വരന് പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് കണ്ണും കൈയും കാലും ശരീരവുമില്ല. ആ ഈശ്വരൻ നമ്മുടെ കൈകളിലൂടെ ചലിക്കുന്നു, നമ്മുടെ കാലുകളിലൂടെ നടക്കുന്നു, നമ്മുടെ കണ്ണുകളിലൂടെ കാണുന്നു. അദ്ദേഹം നമ്മുടെ ഓരോരുത്തരുടെയും ഹൃദയത്തിലൂടെ സ്പന്ദിക്കുന്നു. അത് മനസ്സിലാക്കി നമ്മൾ പരസ്പരം സ്നേഹിക്കുകയും സേവിക്കുകയും ചെയ്യണം. ആധ്യാത്മിക ജ്ഞാനം നമ്മുടെ കണ്ണുകളാകണം, സയൻസ് നമ്മുടെ കൈകളാകണം. നാം നേടിയ ജ്ഞാനം ലോകത്തിന് ഉപകാരപ്പെടുന്ന രീതിയിലാവണം നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതം. അത് നമ്മുടെ ഹൃദയത്തിൽ കാരുണ്യം നിറയണം. നമ്മുടെ ജീവിതത്തിൽ 3 ഘടകങ്ങളുടെ ആവശ്യം എന്ന് പറയും: കാലം, പ്രയത്നം, ഈശ്വരകൃപ. ഏത് കർമ്മവും മധുരമാക്കണമെങ്കിൽ ഈ 3 ഘടകങ്ങൾ ആവശ്യമാണ്. അപ്പോൾ കാലം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരു നേഴ്സറി പഠിക്കണ 20 വയസ്സിൽ കൊണ്ട് ചേർക്കത്തില്ലല്ലോ. അപ്പോൾ അടുത്ത് പോകാൻ ഇത്ര മണിക്ക് ഇറങ്ങി, അപ്പം ഒരു 2-3 മണിക്കൂർ യാത്ര ചെയ്താലേ പ്ലേ സ്റ്റേഷനിൽ എത്തുള്ളൂ. അപ്പോൾ അതിന് മുമ്പേ തന്നെ ഇറങ്ങി, എന്നിട്ട് നമ്മൾ വണ്ടി ഓടിച്ച് പോന്നു. ചിലപ്പോൾ ആക്സിഡൻ്റ് ആകാം, പ്ലേ സ്റ്റേഷൻ എത്തിയില്ലെന്ന് വരാം, യാത്ര മുടങ്ങിയെന്ന് വരാം. അപ്പോൾ കാലം പ്രയത്നം ഉണ്ടായിട്ടും നമുക്ക് ഈശ്വര കൃപയില്ലാത്തതുകൊണ്ട് അത് പൂർണ്ണമാക്കിയില്ല. ഒരുപക്ഷെ പ്ലേ സ്റ്റേഷൻ എത്തിയാൽ ചിലപ്പോൾ കാലാവസ്ഥ ശരിയല്ലെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പ്ലെയിൻ എൻജിൻ കേടെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു, യാത്ര പോകാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ല. അപ്പോൾ കാലം പ്രയത്നം ഉണ്ടായിട്ടും ഈശ്വര കൃപയില്ലാത്തതുകൊണ്ട് ആ കർമ്മം പൂർത്തീകരിക്കാൻ സാധിച്ചില്ല. അപ്പോൾ കാലവും പ്രയത്നവും ഈശ്വര കൃപയും കൂടി ചേർന്നാലേ ഇത് കർമ്മം മധുരമാക്കാൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. അപ്പോൾ കൃപയ്ക്ക് നമ്മൾ നല്ല പ്രവൃത്തി ആവശ്യമാണ്. ആ നല്ല പ്രവൃത്തിയാണ് കൃപയായിട്ട് വരുന്നത്. ലോകത്തോടുള്ള കാരുണ്യമാണ് ഈ കൃപയ്ക്ക് പാത്രമാകുന്നത്. ഹൃദയം ഒരു പാരച്ചൂട്ടുമാണ്, അത് തുറന്നില്ലെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് തന്നെയാണ് അപകടം. അതുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മൾ ആ ഹൃദയം തുറക്കുക. ആ ഹൃദയം തുറക്കാൻ നമുക്ക് കഴിയട്ടെ. നമ്മുടെ മനഃശക്തിയും ആരോഗ്യവും ഒക്കെ കൊണ്ടാകട്ടെ. കൃപ മക്കളെല്ലാം അനുഗ്രഹിക്കട്ടെ.
we are extremely blessed by the presence of one of the foremost disciples of our Chancellor Amma, Sampujya Swami Ramakrishnananda Puri, Treasurer and Trustee of Mata Amritanandamayi Mutt, and member of the Executive Council of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, for presiding over this 30th Convocation ceremony of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. I respectfully request Swamiji to enlighten us with his benedictory address.
ॐ गुरुब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुदेवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वम् अमृतेश्वरी मा त्वमेव सर्वम् अमृतेश्वरी मा त्वमेव सर्वम् अमृतेश्वरी मा। My humble pranams to our Chief Guest, Honorable Chief Election Commissioner Jnanesh Kumar, Dr. R. Balasubramaniam, Honorable Member of Niti Aayog, Vice Chancellor, Register, and all other faculty members on the dais, and especially to the new graduates and postgraduates and their proud parents, my humble pranams to all of you. At the outset, I wish you all the success, a successful and satisfying career. Not merely successful, but a satisfying career. And you have successfully crossed one of the major milestones in your life. You are in an important juncture. Now, look back the path that you have traveled. In Sanskrit, there's a term called Simha Avalokanyayam. It is said that in the forest, the king, or the animals, lion, after traveling a distance, it looks back to see how far has it come. Similarly, now we can look back, look at the path you have traveled. Now, in future, you have to devise different techniques and methods. I'm sure you would have had sweet memories here in this college, university, fun and frolic, and carefree life, which will definitely make you feel nostalgic when you take up the next phase of life, when you enter the next phase of life. Now you have to plan your future, and of course, some of you may have already found a job, and some of you might have joined the higher studies already, but still, these feelings will make you very happy whenever you think about that. And then in your new phase of life, there will be challenges, cutthroat competition, obstacles, which may overwhelm you. Because the reality of the world is full of dualities. Because so far you never would have thought about the realities of the world. Your focus probably was confined only to your studies, how to get good marks and become a graduate or postgraduate. Now the scene is different. So there are a lot of dualities in the world, like the profit loss, success and failure, friendship and enmity, all the dualities are there. So unless you develop some sort of emotional stability, you'll be overwhelmed. And when you are emotionally overwhelmed or your mind is disturbed and distracted, all your talents will become stifled. So you may have enough IQ, intelligent quotient, but now you have to develop an emotional quotient also, because your responsibility is going to increase day by day. But if you want to strengthen your emotional quotient, you need some spiritual understanding, some sort of spiritual understanding. As I mentioned earlier, the dualities. When you are successful, there is no need to teach you how to celebrate the success. But when you are not successful, then you need someone's guidance, how to face that. So that is and then however much hard you may work, your hard work need not give you the desired result. I just want to quote one of my personal experience, because all our effort has some limitation. I was doing my BSc graduation, and during my English, it was the occasion of my English examination. English was not such a difficult subject for me. I studied well and wrote the exam very well. And I was sure of getting very high marks. But unfortunately, when the result was declared, I had failed miserably. That was my first failure in my life. I could not take it. I just want to discontinue my studies. But then my parents and other friends encouraged me. So I thought there was no chance that I would fail in the exam. I wanted to do a spy work. I somehow, through one of my friends, contacted some university people and find out to which professor my answer paper was sent. In those days, it was not like computerly operated system. We will be writing and the professor will be evaluating. So I found out it has gone to one particular professor. Then later, through another person, I found out the professor was having some depression, mental depression, because his wife had eloped with a lorry driver who was his neighbor. They were married together for 25 years. You can imagine how a husband who used to live lovingly with her wife for 25 years, how he would feel. He could not take it, so he became totally depressed. And it is during this time, my answer paper went to him. And I thought that because his wife ran away with a truck driver, he must have been hysterical whenever he would hear the sound of a truck or a lorry. And during that day when he was evaluating my paper, probably hundreds of trucks would have passed by his house, and he could not concentrate. But because of his defect, I was the one who suffered. So why I want to stress this point is, any amount of hard work you put in, it has a limit. And it may not give you the desired result, because between the action and the result it brings, there are other factors, intervening factors, over which you have no control. Here I wrote the examination very well, I was sure, but between my writing the exam and the result, the professor's depression, such other factors intervened, and I didn't get the result. So this is one reality of the world. This is why I said you need some spiritual background. Last evening, myself and our chief guest, Honorable CEC, were having very wonderful discussion. You know, he has done a mind-boggling job recently, conducting the general election. We have almost 978 million voters. Sorry, sir, am I right? 978 million voters in India, the largest democracy in the world. And he was telling, I told him, this is unbelievable, sir, what you have done. He was telling there's so much threat for his life from all different corners and so many cases. But he never gave up. He was very strong. He was mentioning that Amma is there, God has given me the work, and God will take care of it.
Why should I worry about that? That is the EQ, emotional quotient. Never gave up. And he has done it wonderfully. Give him a good clap for this. So that is, he has a very good spiritual understanding. He was discussing a lot of spiritual points also. When you have some spiritual understanding, that improves your emotional quotient. So that's also needed. Simply intellectual IQ is not enough. We have a very good example here. So same case with Amma. How can a fourth standard village woman run so many institutions? Amma has 10 campuses. And we have more than 250 collaboration with foreign universities. And mind you, most of the professors from this foreign university that we have collaborating, they have met Amma. All of them were wondering, how could such a village woman guide this whole institution? We have more than 1,70,000 students, including schools and college universities. They were wondering. And not only that, you have IITs and the Indian Institute of Science, all those institutes which have been running for more than 80, 90 years, 100 years. But within this short time, how could Amrita get ranked in the top world ranking, one of the top 50 ranking, the world ranking, and top 10 universities in India? It's all because of Amma's vision and her intuition. Amma's intuition. So why I want to say this is, you have to develop emotional quotient, because your life, you will face a lot of new challenges in your life. So Amma says, you have to air condition your mind. We have air conditioned room, air conditioned houses, air conditioned offices. Because if it is hot, you can come sit inside and get cool air, cool atmosphere. If it is cold, you can reduce the coolness also. In the same way, we should be able to air condition our mind, which will protect us from challenges and difficulties in life. So that is what is all about the spiritual understanding. And Amma also says there are two types of situations come to our life. One is a situation that we can change. Suppose you fail in an examination or an interview, you can work hard and try again, and you can succeed in the examination or get a job. But there's another situation which you cannot change. You have to simply accept. Amma once said a joke. A student, fifth standard student was praying to God in a temple. Oh God, please make Washington the capital of China. Please make Washington the capital of China. Please make Washington the capital of China. So another person who came to pray there, he listened to this and said, hey, what is crazy? What are you saying? Yes, sir, that is what I wrote. The examination, they asked me what is the capital of China. I wrote Washington. So I'm praying to God to make Washington the capital of China. This situation, you cannot change it. So we face two types of situations. That is where you have to exercise your discernment. You need clarity. So such situation will come in your life. If you have a spiritual background, you can successfully overcome the situation. I just want to say one or two more quotes and finish it. You might have heard about Jack Ma, the Chinese billionaire. He says, for a weak-minded person, every situation will be a problem because you cannot handle it. For a person who has a medium, strong mind, every situation will be a challenge. It may not be a problem for him, but it's a challenge. But for a strong-minded person, every situation is an opportunity. So it all depends how strong you make your mind. Now, many of you might be using the GPS system, Google system. Whenever you make a wrong turn, the Google doesn't say you have made a wrong turn. It will say we are rerouting, isn't it? We are rerouting. So similarly, never think that you make a wrong decision. There is always opportunities and a situation where you can come around again. So you need to keep your mind strong. And then Amma's, one of the main purposes for which Amma started the university is After getting your degree or post-graduation, whatever it is, you need to think about the society. You have to be grateful because you became a graduate or postgraduate not just because of your own effort. There are so many innumerable factors have helped you, starting right from your parents. The parents, be grateful to your parents. There's sacrificed so much for you, the faculty members, even the staff members here. The day you wrote the examination, if you had some problems after eating food, you could not have appeared for the exam. So even the bacteria had helped you without, infecting you. So each and everything has contributed to your success. So be grateful. We can say, oh, I cannot be grateful to all these things. I can be grateful to God. But unfortunately, God doesn't need anything from us. So how do you express your gratitude to God? Through serving His creation, through serving poor and needy, through serving people suffering. That's why, we have a project called Live-In Labs, wonderfully designed by Amma. When Amma was given the honorary doctorate in New York State University of SUNY Buffalo, Amma gave a talk. In that she said, all the universities should send their students for 1 or 2 months to impoverished villages, poor villages. In that way, they get to see, they could stay there and see directly the sufferings, the problems of the villages. So Amma is doing that. Thousands of our students have gone to villages. Amma has adopted more than 2,000 villages. And these students gone there, stayed there, helped them with solar electricity, water, drinking water, and plumbing and construction of toilets, all these things. This is the idea, because whatever we have learned should be useful not only for us, but for the society. So this is the idea behind Live-In Lab. And in fact, interestingly, AICT, All India Institute of Technical Committee, and the institute also is following this, and IIT Madras has started following this. So you've got the vision of Amma. And the cleaning, Amrita Bharatam, now we have Swachh Bharata, and village adoption. It's all envisioned by Amma decades ago. What I want to say is, the reason why this university has achieved such success in such a short time is because of the vision of Amma, the intuition of Amma. So you are really going out, or you are graduating from a wonderful university, guided by a jnani, guided by an avatar like Amma. So I wish you all the best, both your worldly life and your personal life and your mental health and physical health should be taken care of. I pray to Amma that she makes you successful in every field that you take up, and your personal field also. May Amma bless all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Swamiji. We are honored by the distinguished presence of our guest of honor, Dr. Balasubramaniam, our Honorable Member Niti Ayog. Dr. Balu, as he is fondly called, is an Indian development practitioner, public policy expert, leadership trainer, author and physician with 4 decades of experience spanning grassroots development, research, advocacy, governance, public health, and institutional leadership. He is widely recognized for his pioneering work with tribal and rural communities in Karnataka. In 1984, he founded the Swami Vivekananda Youth Movement, a development organization which has impacted over 3 million people. In 2011, he founded the Grassroots Research and Advocacy Movement to bridge the gap between grassroots realities and public policy. Prior to joining Niti Ayog, he served as member Human Resources of the Capacity Building Commission from 2021 to 2026, where he played a key role in advancing civil services, capacity building, and public sector human reforms. Also known as the Mission Karma Yogi. He was Frank H.T. Rhodes Professor at Cornell University, USA from 2012 to 2024. He earned a Master of Public Administration from John F. Kennedy School of Government at Harvard University, where he was a Mason Fellow. Sir, I humbly request you to deliver the keynote address for the 30th Convocation of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham.
Namaskaram. My salutations to the lotus feet of Amma, Pujya Swami Ramakrishnananda Puri ji, Chief Election Commissioner of India Sri Gyanesh Kumar ji, the Vice Chancellor Professor Venkat, all the deans, the Registrar, Mr. Nair, all the faculty members, students, proud parents, and all the others who are present here today. Now, we live in some extraordinary times where the debate between having brick and mortar institutions like universities and whether they're required at all, and situations where degrees are being contested versus competence that needs to be possibly acquired by young people today beyond just the degree. So these debates are all over the place. You know, for more than a century, if you graduated as an accountant or if you did your BCom, we automatically recognized that practicing accountancy would be a profession. If you became an engineer, possibly people, if you did a B.Tech, people would say you're automatically going to be an engineer. Increasingly, those days are becoming dimmer and dimmer. No single degree or qualification actually confers a professional ability in you anymore, because the world is progressing and changing at such a rapid pace that a qualification alone is not going to determine your expertise in life. You know, our civilizational history and enormous wisdom that India has had possibly in its own way defined this and understood this centuries ago, when they distinguish Aparavidya from Paravidya. All the degrees, all the maths, engineering, science, English, everything that you can learn, in a sense, is what you need for Vyavaharika Gyan, or for everyday existence, or you can call it Aparavidya. But recently, a major survey across graduates in the world who got jobs and who grew up in the companies for reasonably long time. It is a longitudinal study. And what it discovered was this wisdom of India, which we already had for centuries. It discovered that it was not PhDs alone or qualifications alone that made somebody successful. You needed that. That was a foundation. But what you need along with that, those who really were successful, those who actually demonstrated what the mother spoke so beautifully and eloquently, and Swamiji also stressed on it, is qualities like compassion, creativity, collaborative abilities, nothing that you can actually formally teach in a classroom, but possibly you can informally live in campuses like this. So when Swamiji called you privileged and going out to serve the society, I for a minute don't even doubt that students from this school would have to be told that, mainly because I think your professors might be giving you Aparavidya in the classrooms, but what this ecosystem and the guidance of Mother gives you is the Paravidya of what society, universities are struggling to understand how to give even today. So I think you live in a special circumstance. You live in a special university and with a special obligation to society itself. It can't just be a fashion statement or a call to say go out and serve. I think it's a mandate you have to take upon yourself to go out and serve, because if you, a generation which today seems to be problem creators, the reality is my generation were the problem creators, but your generation has to be the problem solvers, and very few universities are building problem solvers for a nation. And you are privileged to be in one of them which is doing it. And therefore, I would call it a mandate, not just a request, that you got to go out there, be role models, and actually take this to real world application. You know, more than 35 years ago, as a young physician, I thought I have a magic wand. My university has given me enough competence. I can go out into the world out there and tell the tribals in the forest that I have solutions for all their problems. And pretty soon I learned how stupid I was and how my university education at least had not prepared me for that kind of a job at all. Because though we had internships and rural postings in medicine, rural postings were seen more as a 4-month holiday, to be possibly seen as a honeymoon during your medicine, because at least in my generation, we actually worked as interns. Today's generation, they start preparing for exams during their internship itself. And therefore, they don't even wait for learning any medicine, the art of medicine at all. And in the forest, I remember a Kadukurubat tribal, Kempaya, used to be sort of my guru and mentor, if I can say that. The person who really taught me what real life was. During agriculture season, in the tribals, they had a small practice. The chieftain had to actually give you the seeds for you to resume agriculture that year. And if he didn't give you seeds, it meant that you don't cultivate your land. And land was a simple matter of distribution. The Ejamana decided. He would say from that hillock to this valley is our Jamma. Jamma was the area in which the chieftainship existed. And he would say, you take that part, you take this part. So all the government certifications of your half acre, your 1 acre all came later. When I first went in there, he decided how much each one would cultivate. And by not giving seeds to some people, he decided some would not cultivate the land that was given to them by him only. And I come from this typical Bangalorean-based middle-class environment. My little knowledge of economics said that how can you leave land fallow in a country which those days was struggling for food? It was to anger me and irritate me, and I told Kempaya, how stupid can you be? How can you just leave the land fallow there? People have to eat. And he looked at me and said something which struck me. He said, you city people, because all universities strangely are mostly in cities. He said, you city people, you will never understand this. Come back after 6 months. So 6 months later I went, and that is when all the harvest was done. It was all brought to the center of the village. And in the center of the village was a small hut where the chieftain used to sit. He was also judge, jury, maybe not an executioner, but everything else in that village. And he started distributing all the crop that was grown. So someone would have grown, because he would have given somebody ragi seeds, somebody would have given green gram, somebody would have given horse gram, somebody else would have given tur dal, somebody else would have given paddy. So each one grew a different crop. And they would come and put it in the center of the village. And he would then say, as families came to him, he knew because he was a chieftain that there were 5 people in that family, 7 people in this family, and he would equitably distribute amount of food that family would need to eat per that year. So it's not about how much you grew, but how much you actually needed, and he would distribute it. And I was watching him, and that fellow who had not cultivated, whose land was fallow, came up. He gave him all the crop, and then he looked at me and said, I know what you're thinking. He said that fellow didn't work on his land, but he learned how to work with others. In a sense, that parajnana of collaboration, of looking at humanity, was embedded in the cultural wisdom of the tribal themselves. But the story doesn't stop here. And the land fallow, I said, but you wasted the land. That is when he looked at me and said, that is because you think you are the owner. We are all not owners. We are all instruments that has been given custody of this land by the great Lord above. And he wants us to take care not just of ourselves, not just of our village, but of all the insects, the weeds. He said, for you it's a weed, you spray a weedicide or insecticide. For me, it is God's creation in that particular land. He said, the soil has to replenish. Soil is also God's creation. It has to regenerate. Who will take care of the soil? It's my responsibility, he said. The weeds there are my responsibility. The insects there, the rats, the snakes, everything that is in that bushes are all my responsibility. And if I have to feed them, I have to let nature take its course. And he would always rotate the crops. Today, this year, if I got ragi, next year I would get green gram. So he knew crop rotation, he knew agriculture economics, he knew equitable distribution, he knew management. and he didn't go to any university, my friends. That is a traditional strength of this great nation of ours, and you're growing up in that cradle of that civilizational wisdom. And therefore, I'm very confident that you will be able to blend this extraordinary abilities to control external nature as much as like what Swami Vivekananda said, learning how to control our internal nature. Because the more we teach our children how to control internal nature, the more we prepare them to solve the problems that your previous generations have created. The world has created for itself 3 major crises today. We are consuming at an unprecedented pace. We consume every year in advance 8 months. Today is a world of credit cards. All of you will already have credit cards. So you get the credit first and then worry about how to pay it. We are doing that to Mother Earth exactly that way. We have created an ecological crisis where we consume so much of what is available that I don't even know if we can ever replenish it anymore. And we are leaving behind for you to solve a problem where the planet's resources are no longer enough to sustain this planet. And the arrogance of mankind is not to think about how to regenerate this planet again, but how to go conquer outside planets better with science and technology, and therefore not worry about this planet anymore. Second crisis we have created is unprecedented socio-economic crisis. We celebrate somebody who gets paid $1 trillion today, a year, a salary or whatever. But we fail to understand that even in countries like India, a substantially small number of Indians control India's wealth completely. And I think the socio-economic inequities that we have created has created enormous problems. And the only way we can solve this problem is by looking at how to address these inequities like the way Kempaiah was trying to do it. In his own small little way, he ensured that it was not shareholding that mattered, it was stakeholding that mattered. Your generation has to reframe the economic order of this world itself. No longer can profit maximization be the slogan that we can carry, but benefit optimization. Every single God's creation has to benefit. And that's what Kempaiah showed. The weeds, the insects, the little soil, everything has to get benefit by our actions, not just ourselves. And finally, the third crisis, and that is where I think institutions like the Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham has played a tremendous role. So I would applaud the NIRF ranking and the SDG rankings, but what I would applaud more, Swamiji, is what you have done without even talking about it. I think the crisis of the self. How can an 8th standard child jump out of the 20th floor and commit suicide not taking her exams? How can children today stay misguided about wanting somebody else or the government to shape your lives, but not wanting yourself to work hard to shape your lives? So we're having a tremendous crisis of the self around the world. And that crisis can only be solved by we investing on discovering what the true self is. So it's not about what the certificates you get today is extraordinary. It is good. It sort of indicates what your competences are in. But what the certificate does not tell is what you're incompetent in. Because the world tomorrow is going to be a success from your perspective, not because you're competent, but because you've learned how to operate from zones of your incompetence, which no university can teach you. Only universities can guide you to help understand and unpack your own incompetence and try to acquire it over time. As important as immersive learning is, I was looking at what the university does, and the first thing that touched my heart was live-in labs, something extraordinary. If immersive experiences can be crafted to learn from people like Kempaiah, and when you go into these villages, the attitude of most of us, at least definitely of mine when I went in 40 years ago, 45 years ago, was I know a lot. Mysore Medical College, where I graduated from, has prepared me to take care of all this. I'll be the next Albert Schweitzer of the world. I'll go into the villages with solutions. Very pretty soon I learned I hardly knew even how to identify a problem, leave alone find a solution. I think if you're humble, if you're reasonably as disturbed as Arjuna was in the first chapter of the Gita, if you're confused, if you're uncertain, then your journey to discover yourself has begun. And in that uncertainty, you will find out and figure out a mentor, as somebody who knows a little more than you. And these campuses are where mentors flourish. And from that mentor's advice, you will start beginning to unpack all the difficulties, the challenges that you're going to face in life, and arm yourself to possibly learn how to lead. And you'll also lead You also need to learn how to lead as much as lead to actually learn things that this life is going to sort of demand out of you. So when you're all contemplating how higher education is going to be and how the world is going to unpack itself, one thing is very clear. Being an entrepreneur seems to be the fashion statement of the day today. But what people don't distinguish is, it's not about being an entrepreneur. It's being entrepreneurial, which is a very, very wide difference in where you can understand the life itself. Becoming an entrepreneur is not limited to just looking at VCs and funding and then what product to generate and how to maximize profits, etc. But being an entrepreneurial mindset is what can make you a problem solver. And I think that's something you need to acquire. So along with the immersive learning you learned, the entrepreneurial skill sets that you can acquire, the compassion, collaboration, the sense of competing with yourself and not competing with people around you, and these kind of extraordinary abilities, the creativity that you can manifest, these are qualities that actually proved in that survey were the qualities that employers sought that entrepreneurs actually had. So it was not about how much money you can make. It's about the way Kempaiah thought how to create equity amongst the rest of society that is there. I come from, most of my working life, adult life has been spent in the city of Mysuru. In fact, coincidentally today, the Honorable Prime Minister is in Mysore. He's actually visiting the center where Swami Vivekananda stayed more than a century ago. A small little 10 by 10 room is in the place where Swamiji stayed. And he would lecture in the high school opposite the ashram where he stayed. It's called Niranjan Matha. And in that place today he's launching the Vivekananda Smaraka, which is a memorial to celebrate Swami Vivekananda's work for young people, where that institution he's going to dedicate to the nation to serve culture and youth welfare. And in the Mysore Maharaja, whose palace Swami Vivekananda was staying, look at the extraordinary insight that man Vivekananda had. He was a state guest, he was in the palace, and he got to learn that the British were very nervous that Vivekananda was staying in this palace because Vivekananda was a known nationalist. And they were worried that he might actually convert the Mysore Maharaja, who was a vassal state of the British, to sort of say, I no longer want to be your vassal state. And so they had sent spies. And the Mysore Maharaja was nowhere near thinking of becoming separated out from the vassalism that he was used to. But he didn't know how to tell Vivekananda, who was his own guest, to leave the palace. But Swamiji understood, and he just quietly walked away the second day. And as he was walking on the street near the palace, he came to this little dilapidated mutt, which the earlier monk had vacated. He had passed away, nobody was there. Cleaned up the place, and he was staying there. And the same king then helped Vivekananda with a purse to go to Chicago and all that. That's just history. But the reason I'm telling this story is possibly the most powerful message you need to carry all your lives. He wrote from there to the king. He said, my dear prince, the vanities of life are transient, but he alone lives who lives for others. The rest are more dead than alive. So if you want to really be alive, if you really want to celebrate life the way you all young people can celebrate, it is not in clubs, it's not in bars, it's not in gaming centers. The real celebration of life is in the university called life and in the university called society, where in the call that Swami Vivekananda gave, if you can make your life a life led for others, and that is the way to celebrate it. And that's the preparation you had in a wonderful place like this. And I'm sure every one of you here would carry this inner quest in you, and you'll be restless till you achieve what needs to be achieved. And in conclusion, somebody asked Vivekananda, what is the qualification somebody needs to serve society? You keep saying serve society, serve society. What is the qualification you need? You need to be a doctor, you need to be an engineer, you need to be a scientist. And the response, I think, which again should stay with you, he said, all you need to serve society is 3 H, he said. First, he said, the heart to feel. He said, feel, my children, feel. Feel for the poor, the ignorant, the downtrodden. Feel for the marginalized. And out of that, feel till your heart, your head reels and your heart stops. And out of that feeling will come indomitable power, he said. And that power within, the next part he said, is the head to think. We need your aparavidya. We need your knowledge that you gain here in universities, in life outside, to actually help you think through, strategize. You need the softer paravidya to feel, the more structured science and medicine and everything else you learn to actually strategize. And finally, you need something else, the hands to work. Solutions to what you think as solutions that you design also needs you to actually go out there and implement it. And that's the entrepreneurial mindset I spoke about. And if you can combine all these three, there is no way in this world that you can't be a success. And success then is not going to be measured by how rapidly you became a billionaire, but how rapidly you made billions of Indians around us accept and live in a place that is better than what we are leaving it behind for you. Thank you, and may God bless you and wish you the very best for everything you do.
Thank you, sir, for motivating our graduates. We now move to the segment of conferring of degrees of the 30th Convocation. I request all graduates and dignitaries on the dais to please stand up. All graduates, please stand up. Request the dignitaries on the dais also to stand up. So, first there will be a presentation of the graduates, followed by conferring of the degree and an oath. And after that, there will be Shiksha Valli from the Taittiriya Upanishad. So you have to remain standing throughout this segment. First, I now request Dr. Bipin Nair, Registrar, to present all the candidates for the award of various degrees.
Om Amriteshwari Namaha. Sampujya Swamiji, I have the honor to present unto you 2,197 candidates, including those in absentia, for the award of the degrees of PhD, MTech, MBA, MSc, MA, MSW, Integrated MSc, BTech, BSc, BSc Honors, BA, and PG diplomas who have been certified after examinations to be duly to receive the degree and diplomas.
I request Sampujya Swami Ramakrishnananda Puri to admit the graduates for the conferment of various degrees.
Om Amriteshwari Namaha. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Executive Council of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, I admit you all, including those in absentia, to the respective degrees of PhD, MTech, MBA, MSc, MA, MSW, Integrated MSc, BTech, BSc, Basic Honors, BA, and PG diplomas in the respective areas, and charge you to be worthy of the same. Thank you.
I now request our respected Vice Chancellor, Dr. Venkat Rangan, to administer the oath. Please repeat the oath after our Vice Chancellor.
Om Amriteshwarya Namaha. I hereby solemnly declare and promise that I will, in my thoughts, words and deeds, uphold the ideals of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, and I commit myself to serve my motherland Bharat, the entire mankind, and nature with love, trust, tolerance, and humility.
Please remain standing for the Vedic chanting of the Shiksha Valli from the Taittiriya Upanishad.
महागणाधिपतये नमो नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ वेदमनोच्याचार्योऽन्ते वासिनमनुशास्ति सत्यं वद धर्मं चर स्वाध्यायान् मा प्रमदः आचार्याय प्रियन्धनमाहृत्य प्रजातन्तुं मा व्यवच्छेत्सीः सत्यान्न प्रमदितव्यम् धर्मान्न प्रमदितव्यम् कुशलान्न प्रमदितव्यम् भूत्यैन प्रमदितव्यम् स्वाध्यायप्रवचनाभ्यान्न प्रमदितव्यम् देवपितृकार्याभ्यान्न प्रमदितव्यम् मातृदेवो भव पितृदेवो भव आचार्यदेवो भव अतिथिदेवो भव यान्यनवद्यानि कर्माणि तानि सेवितव्यानि नो इतराणि यान्यस्माकं सुचरितानि तानि त्वयोपास्यानि नो इतराणि एके चास्मच्छ्रेया गुंसो ब्राह्मणाः तेषां त्वयासनेन प्रश्वसितव्यम् श्रद्धया देयम् अश्रद्धया देयम् श्रिया देयम् ह्रिया देयम् भिया देयम् संविदा देयम् अथ यदि ते कर्म विचिकित्सा वा वृत्तविचिकित्सा वा स्यात् ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलोक्षा धर्मकामा स्युः यथा ते तत्र वर्तेरन् तथा तत्र वर्तेथाः अथाभ्याख्यातेषु ये तत्र ब्राह्मणाः सम्मर्षिणः युक्ता आयुक्ताः अलोक्षा धर्मकामा स्युः यथा ते तेषु वर्तेरन् तथा तेषु वर्तेथाः एष आदेशः एष उपदेशः एषा वेदोपनिषत् एतदनुशासनम् एवमुपासितव्यम् एवमुचैतदुपास्यम् ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ तत्सत्
The graduates of 2026 Convocation may now sit down. Congratulations. I'm honored to present the profile of our chief guest, highlighting his outstanding contributions to the nation. Sri Gyanesh Kumar took charge as the 26th Chief Election Commissioner of India on 19th February 2025. He is a 1988 batch Kerala cadre officer of the Indian Administrative Service. After completing his BTech in Civil Engineering from IIT Kanpur, he also studied Environmental Economics from Harvard University, USA. He has worked in the government of Kerala as MD of Kerala State Development Corporation for SC/ST, Municipal Commissioner of the Corporation of Cochin, Managing Director of Kerala State Cooperative Bank, District Collector of Ernakulam, and MD of Trivandrum Airport Development Society. As Secretary to the Government of Kerala, he handled diverse departments such as Finance Resources, Fast Track Projects, Public Work Department, Modernizing Government Program, and Food, Civil Supplies and Consumer Affairs. In the Government of India, he has rich experience of working as Joint Secretary in the Ministry of Defense, Joint and Additional Secretary in the Ministry of Home Affairs, Secretary in Ministry of Parliamentary Affairs, and Secretary in the Ministry of Cooperation. After superannuation on 31st January 2024, he was appointed as the Election Commissioner in the Election Commission of India on 15th March 2024. Sir, it is our distinct honor to request you to deliver the convocation address of this historic 30th convocation of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. Sir.
Sadguru Sri Mata Amritanandamai Devi, Sampujya Swami Ramakrishnananda Puri, Dr. R. Balasubramaniam, Dr. P. Venkatrangan, Vice Chancellor, Dr. Bipin Nair, respected Swamijis, on the dais, off the dais, Harish ji, Kanjilal ji, my Chief Electoral Officer, Tamil Nadu, Anuradha ji, my wife, young boys and girls who are going to take on the world, and their parents. You are the future of India. That is Bharat. If you believe it, say yes. If you believe it, say yes. You belong to Bharat, and Bharat belongs to you. You have the privilege of graduating from one of the best universities of the world, that is Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, blessed by Amma, and best faculty of this country. Whatever you do from now onwards, mark my words, and I will take your promise on this. Whatever you go, whatever you do, wherever you go, you shall keep working for a more and more developed Bharat. Do I take that promise from you? Not loud enough. Do I take that promise from you? The country needs you as much as you need the country. And it is my duty to charge you up before you start swimming in the choppy waters of the real world. Coming here today reminds me of my youthful days also. I graduated from IIT Kanpur way back 1985. And you know, it did not have as extensive a campus as I visited yesterday. Your campus is one of the largest ones in the country or perhaps the world. Pujya Swamiji, and through you to Amma, I must say that the country is grateful to you to have created and resurrected this kind of infrastructure. I saw many boys and girls yesterday evening while I was taking a round, and I was really impressed by the way they were enjoying themselves, were peace with the nature without disturbing others. When we were young, we were different fellows. You have been brought up very, very well, and I'm really grateful to the entire institution for this. Before I proceed further, I'll tell you a story. And story is a real story about myself. You know, in Uttar Pradesh, I belong to where I don't know, but my father was a doctor. My family has 19 doctors in Uttar Pradesh. So I say I belong to Uttar Pradesh. My father was in a government job. He got transferred. And so I also kept on moving around Uttar Pradesh. UP has a board of 10th and then 12th. And I'll say it myself because there is importance to this entire story. So UP board 10th, by Amma's grace, by God's grace, I topped the board. 12th, I topped the board, and eventually went to IIT Kanpur. When I went to IIT Kanpur, those days, there was a fashion to write GMAT or GRE and go to major universities of US. Since I didn't want to become an engineer, I wrote GMAT. It's an exam for doing your MBA in foreign universities those days. I don't know what is it now. Is it still GMAT or? So I wrote GMAT and I got a scholarship from the same university. I heard the name Cornell, and that was 1985. Those days scholarships are very difficult. So one had to, ask your father to shell out the money and then go there. Anyway, I got the scholarship. I did not attend any campus interviews because after BTech, I was going to do my MBA. After campus interviews in IIT, the salaries were 1,800 to 2,100 rupees. How much? I want you to realize this figure because the salaries today are different. 1,800 to 2,100. And my scholarship was $1,800 a month. Those days, $1 is equal to 35 rupees. And some teaching fellowship, we call it TFs. So teaching fellowship, if I get more, then I'll get sufficient money to do to and fro India, the airfare. So I was sure shot to go. Lucknow, where my father was posted, it's the capital of Uttar Pradesh, if some of you may not know. Lucknow, morning 7 a.m. The train has to go. 4:30, we get up in the house. I am all set. And as usual, my mother gives me a cup of tea. I sip the tea. There is no sugar in that. So I look into the eyes of my mother. Mummy, there's no sugar in this. When I looked at her eyes were red. And I asked her what happened. I'll go to US, I'll be able to do MBA, and I'll be able to get jobs which are more than $2,000, $2,500 a month. And I'll get my younger brother, younger daughter also there, younger sister. And you also come there. It's a developed country. You know what my mother said? And that's why I'm here today before you. My mother told me that she was the youngest daughter-in-law of a freedom fighter who was a principal, who is no more. And she said that gave Mr. Ganesh Kumar, she used to call me Munna actually. So Munna, you can go to US, you can have a very good career, you can serve under the Britishers or Americans, no problem. But let me tell you, me, my children, rest of the children, and the doctor will not come to US. I must tell this to you frankly and fairly before you start forcing us to come. I went to take a bath, I was getting ready. My father got very irritated on my mother. He said, you are, putting up some emotional things and it's a career of your eldest son. I went to the restroom, I was taking a bath, and then suddenly I realized, what am I going there for? What will I do? Of course, my life could be a very comfortable life, as was told to me. I may have sufficient money. My brother won't come. My sister won't come. My parents won't come. And all what I have earned throughout my 10th and 12th, all will be forgotten. So I come out of the restroom, and by the time after taking a bath, I had decided I'm not going. So I came back. And I said, Mummy, one more cup of tea, please. My father says, the train will go, the Gomti will go. It was the train's name is Gomati. It goes from Lucknow in the morning, reaches Delhi in the afternoon, and then you take the night flight. My father is very upset. He's just waiting. His scooter, the rickshaw, and my suitcase, everything is all set. Mummy goes to make a tea, and I told my father, Father, I need to say something to you. It is not like Gen Z or whatever today. You can tell your father, share your thoughts with your father. During our days, to share thoughts with your father, you needed courage. So I told my father, Father, please. It was a 2-bedroom house. My father says, what is this? Fast. The train will go. My brother, my sister are listening very carefully. After a very long period, elder brother has asked father for a time, and he wants to say something. And I told my father, Dad, I'm not going. I have made up my mind. And you know what my dad says? He gets so angry on my mother. He doesn't tell me anything. Maybe he was also happy. He gets angry on my mother. He leaves for the hospital 7:30 without breakfast. And my mother comes and says, I just told you like that. Why did you take it so seriously? Not many people get this opportunity. You should go. I said, sorry, Mom, the decision is taken. My mother goes to the 2nd bedroom and she, of course, was crying that she had come in the way. My brother goes to the school because he knows that the house environment has become very tense. Sister also goes to the school and I'm jobless. I left the US dream at that point of time, and thereafter rest is history. I went back to IIT looking for a job. I got a job at 1,200 rupees in HUDCO, Housing and Urban Development Corporation. and thereafter this service, and today I am in front of you. Had there been no sugar in that first cup of tea my mother gave me, had I not looked into her eyes and saw them red, the story would have been different. So many times, my dear children, young boys and girls, life takes turns. You start thinking of things, but remember, what you do, what you're going to do, it's a part of destiny also. And I'm sure each one of you are going to be the strongest part of destiny. That is India, and that is your country. Now, something about elections and democracy. You know, Puji Swamiji already said, India is the largest democracy of the world. 97 crore electors. You know what is 97 crores? To get a feel of numbers, 97 crores is equal to United States of America, Canada, entire North America, entire South America, entire Europe, entire Africa, Southeast Asia, and still 8 crores remain. This is the size and volume of democracy and electors which you are lucky to have been born in, or us also. The biggest federal government on earth. Somebody. Which is the biggest federal government on earth? Government of India, 65 lakhs. Which includes Army, Central Armed Police Forces, Railway, Postal, etc., etc., etc. 65 lakhs. The biggest private company on the planet, which employs largest number of people. Walmart, 20 lakhs. 65 and 20 is how much? 65 lakhs and 20 lakhs is how much? Maths graduates, any? 65 lakhs and 20 lakhs is how much? 85 lakhs. What is the double of this? 1 crore 70 lakhs. And I'll take 10 more lakhs from Pujaniya Swamiji. That is equal to 1 crore 80 lakh employees, the largest organization on the planet when Election Commission of India conducts the Lok Sabha elections of Bharat. $65 lakhs plus 20 lakhs, 85 lakhs, double is 1 crore 70 lakhs and 10 lakhs from Pujaniya Swamiji. I told you this because it's important for you to know how do you manage. So you manage with technology, with your integrity, with your transparency. And one more line you should remember, because you are an Indian first. Elections in India are held as per the Constitution of India, electoral rolls and instructions of Election Commission. It's all flowing from the Constitution. It's all written. No right, no left. Anybody who does here and there, it's the carrier at stake. 1.8 crore staff. It is not easy to manage. You would have heard about SIR, isn't it? Isn't it? Special Intensive Revision. What actually is it? Subramanian talked about Arjuna Pujani Swamiji also mentioned, so I should also mention a story which I mentioned yesterday. You know, the Yuddha of Mahabharata, the war of Mahabharata started when? When finally, when Krishna asked for 5 villages, he was refused. Isn't it? Have you read this story? If you say it loudly, then I can connect with you. Have you read this story? Okay. So Krishna asked for 5 villages, not granted. War erupts. In Sanskrit, you call it ran. Ran erupts. War erupts. And what happened in SIR? The election commission asked for 5 things: absent, shifted, dead, duplicate, foreigners. These 5 kind of people should not be in the electoral rolls. Rest everybody above 18 years should be in the roll. But only these 5. Which ones? A, S, D, D, F. You'll remember this? Absent, shifted, dead, duplicate, foreigners. Take it or leave it, peacefully or with a war. It shall be accomplished, because that's what the Constitution of India says. And that was SIR. And you know, when we started SIR last year, the Chief Election Commissioner of the United States of America comes and meet me, Christy McCormick. And she said, "Sir, Your Excellency, what is this SIR?" So I explained this entire thing, what I explained to you. But I said, what do you want? Why do you want to know this? She said, because she has been asked by a very top functionary, or the highest functionary of the United States of America, to get this done in US also. And you know what happened? Somebody should ask also, no? You know what happened? United States of America prepares a bill. Bill means when you make an act, present it before the body, it is called as a bill. Once it is passed, it is called as an act. Okay? So a bill is prepared and presented before the House of Representatives in America. The name of the bill is United States of America, US, Safeguard American Voter Eligibility, SAVE, US SAVE Act. And what does the bill say? The bill says that only citizens should vote in America. American citizen only can vote in America. 2, to vote you need a photo ID card. And you know what happened? The bill is still stuck. The bill is still not yet passed in the United States of America. It's got stuck in Senate. And here in India, as a part of Indian family, the Indian Election Commission and your Chief Election Commissioner has finished SIR for 70 crore electors already, and the rest of the work will be finished in hardly 1 month. Elections in India are one of the most transparent processes of the world. You want to prepare electoral roll, it is concurrently audited by the booth level agents of all national and state political parties. In the presence and concurrent audited by the counting agents of the candidates. Each and every process is concurrently audited and signed by the stakeholders. But then, there is so much of noise always, isn't it? It doesn't matter. Most vibrant and biggest democracy of the world, they have an institute which is called as International IDEA, International Institute for Democracy and Electoral Assistance. And you know who chairs that institute? Yours truly, for 2026. I chair all the major democracies of the world for this year. And it is done only because the entire world comes here to learn how transparent, how participative the Indian elections are. Lastly, recently we had an election in Tamil Nadu, yes or no? I mentioned this yesterday when the media was there in the airport. Tamil Nadu achieved 86.03 actually, 86% of voter percentage. What is this 86%? I mean, why this collaboration? What's so great in 86%? In the history of India, since 1951, since Tamil Nadu joined the Indian Union on 1st November 1957, till date, Tamil Nadu has not been able to achieve 86.03%. It's a record for Tamil Nadu. And the person who achieved it is a lady sitting here. Archana, can you please stand for a while? Please give her an ovation. And the world has two kinds of democracies. One where voting is mandatory. You don't vote, there is a fine. One where voting is optional. You don't vote, no problem. So where will the voting percentage be higher? Optional voting or mandatory voting? Loudly, please. I'm sorry. Amongst the countries who have mandatory voting, highest in the world so far, Australia, 91%. Singapore, smaller one, 92%. And we had an election in West Bengal recently. 93.7% optional voting. Anyway, you should be proud of your democracy. When you leave this institute, you will have memories of your 4 to 5 years of the learnings, but you will also have memories of these small exhortations which I made with you, because you are very important for us. As Chief Election Commissioner of India, I am head of the democratic family, and you are an important part of my family. Now the last thing. Sun rises in the... No news. If sun rises in the west, it's a... Sun rises in the east, no news. This world, my dear young boys and girls, when you move out, it's a world of optics. It's a world of narratives. It's very, very important for each one of you to find out what is the truth, what is the reality. Don't fall prey to narratives. Therefore, I say the story. So once on the television, some debate was going on, and some discussions was going on. That elections are not fair. This is what happens. This is what happens. So that I'm calling as sun rises in the west. So I called those journalists for a cup of tea and told them, why are you speaking like this? The truth is like this. The Constitution says this. I am looking for only A, S, D, D, F. It is written in the Constitution. Why this collaboration? Why are you saying like this? So all the journalists say, no, sir. Actually, nobody told us. Now we know that sun rises in the east. So no problem, sir. I said, okay. After 2 days, you open the television. Some other television channel debate starts. Sun rises in the south. So I called them. Why are you doing like this? He said, sir, sun rises in the east, sir, no news, sir. Sir, only sun rises in the south, sir, news, sir. So I said, but you will be, giving wrong facts. I have got a family of 97 crore electors. They will get to believe something which is not correct. They said, sir, we also have to do our job. No, sir. They know reality, sir. That is your job, sir. Our job is, sir, to create news, sir. So, my young boys and girls, Election Commission still is a constitutional body. I have the strength of the Constitution to take care and ensure that sun shall rise in the east. But you, when you go for the open world, what is the east and what is the west? Where is the south and where is the north? What is the truth? What is the optics? What is the narrative? And what you should do and when? These things nobody can teach you. The foundation which you have got from here is the strongest of all perhaps. But rest depends on your mental strength and your agility and the love you have for your own country, Bharat. So my dear friends, with these little words, wish you all the best for your future, which you and India and this university all should be proud of. Jai Bharat, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for that inspiring address. Let us all rededicate our efforts towards Viksit Bharat 2047. We now move on to the segment of the award of the university medals and PhD degrees. I request Swamiji, our chief guest and guest of honor, to do the honors of awarding the degrees to the PhD graduates and to the university rank holders. I now request Dr. P. Krishnakumar, Controller of Examinations, for presenting and reading the names of the university medalists and the PhD graduates.
Om Amrita Nama, respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, esteemed faculty members, beloved students and parents, it's my privilege to present the recipients of the university's highest academic honors and the scholars who have successfully fulfilled the requirements for the award of PhD degree. We shall first recognize the university level medal winners. These medal winners are conferred upon graduates who have demonstrated exceptional academic excellence and outstanding research accomplishments from the respective faculties of the universities, bringing laurels to themselves and to the university. The first one, from the Faculty of Physical Sciences, university level silver medal and campus level silver medal, Mr. Aditya S. Kamath. Next, we'll go with the campus level medal winners of the Coimbatore campus. BTech Aerospace Engineering, gold medal, Priyanka Patro. Next, BTech Computer Science Engineering, AI, gold medal, Nitish Arya. Silver medal, Ganesh Sundar S. BTech Automation and Robotics, gold medal, Pani Nitin. BTech Computer and Communication Engineering, gold medal goes to Hari Darshini. Yes. Silver medal, Ranjit Balu. BTech Chemical Engineering, gold medal, Mudiyam Kranmani. Silver medal, Ananya Sai. BTech Civil Engineering, silver medal, Srinidhi S. BTech Computer Science and Engineering, gold medal, E. Aditya. Silver medal, Sudarshan Vannamalai. BTech Computer Science and Engineering, Cyber Security, gold medal, Avi Nair. Silver medal, Nagasiri Kansiga. BTech Electronics and Communication Engineering, gold medal, Sri Abhishek Kulkarni. Silver medal, Sanjay Vijay Adityan. BTech Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Gold Medal, L. Kausik. BTech Electrical and Computer Engineering, Gold Medal, Apollo Kalyan. Silver medal, Krishant R. BTech Mechanical Engineering, Gold Medal, Kanupriya. Silver medal goes to Anjali Pramod. MTech Artificial Intelligence, Gold medal goes to Phoebe Elizabeth John. Silver medal, Thompson Arnold G. MTech Automotive Engineering, Gold Medal, Surya Ganesh. Silver medal, Gautam Manesh. MTech Biomedical Engineering, Gold Medal, Gayatri KV. MTech Computer Science and Engineering, Gold Medal goes to Y. Venkata Krishna Vivek. Silver medal, Karthik Dasan S. MTech Cyber Security, Gold Medal, Puskar P. Iyengar. Silver medal, Tejaswin J. MTech Data Science, Gold Medal, Abhishek M. MTech Engineering Design, Gold Medal, Siddharth J. Silver Medal, Chepalu Prithvi Raj. MTech Embedded Systems, Gold Medal, Hariharan P. Silver Medal, Nitish Sunil. MTech Power Electronics and Drives, Gold Medal, K7L. MTech Structural and Construction Engineering, Gold Medal, Devika M. Silver Medal, Adityan B. MTech VLSI Design, Gold Medal, Rahul CM.
Now, Shivaya, graduates, please remain seated. Humble request, please remain seated.
Silver Medal, Aparna V. MTech Automotive Electronics, Gold Medal, Krishna MJ. Silver Medal, K7 Nambodiri. Integrated MSc Physics, Gold Medal, Arena Marine Sumin. Integrated MSc Data Science, Gold Medal, Archit Harish. Silver Medal, Pramodini S. MSc Mathematics, Gold Medal, Vandana P. MSc Applied Statistics and Data Analytics, Gold Medal, Risiga Ravichandran. Silver medal Alaga K. MSc Data Science with Logistic and Supply Chain Management, Gold Medal Arjun B. Silver Medal Bala Siddharthan M. Master of Social Work, Gold Medal, Lakshmi Priya U. Silver Medal, Anne Maria Jason. BA Mass Communication, Gold Medal, Jyoti Sri G. Silver Medal, Kavya Hari Prasad. MA Communication, Gold Medal, Arsha Nigil Koturkar. Silver Medal, Sri Bala VS. MBA, Gold Medal, Harini EA. BA Honors Agriculture, Gold Medal, Avani Rajesh. Silver Medal, Harsha V. MBA, Gold Medal, Harini EA. Kumaravel P, Gold Medal. Gold Medal, Suguna M. There are 3 gold medals from MBA. They are all with the same CGPA and grade points. Next, we will move on to the PhD candidates from Faculty of Engineering, Dr. Jitin Joshi. Dr. Kumkar Avinash Suresh. Dr. Adira Gopalakrishnan. Dr. Harida H. Dr. K. Abhirami. Dr. Anisha Radhakrishnan. Dr. Radhika G. Dr. Neetu M.R. Dr. Gayatri V. Dr. Nakiran M. Dr. Sudhis K.M. Dr. Maladi P. Dr. Rihanna M.S. Dr. Marina George. Dr. Jayant Balaji A. Dr. Guinness K. John. Dr. N. Arthi. Dr. Neenu Thomas. Dr. Aswini K. Dr. A. Srinivas. Dr. M.K. Chandini. Dr. Sudhis S. Dr. Vivek Gobi. Dr. Srijit J. Dr. Kota Pavan Kalyan. Dr. Subi B. Dr. Srijit S. Dr. Himabindu Padinjaradil. Dr. Susmita K.S. Dr. Mohan Raj M. Dr. B. Kritika. Dr. Argus Kurian. Dr. Sai Prem Saji. Dr. Vishnu Narayanan V. Dr. Priyanka Vincent. Dr. Surya N. Dr. Samir Tripadi. Om Amriteshwari Namaga. Thank you.
Thank you, sir and Swamiji. As a token of appreciation for gracing this historic 30th Convocation of Amrita, I request Dr. K.P. Soman, Dean School of AI, and Dr. Sudesh Manalil, Dean School of Agriculture, to felicitate our chief guest by presenting a memento. Please put your hands together for this great son of Mother India. Request all of you to please sit down. In another 5 to 10 minutes, the convocation ceremony will conclude. Please sit down. Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Nawaz Subramaniam, Dean School of Business, and Dr. Anil Variat, Dean School of Law, to do the honors for our guest of honor. Thank you, sir. It gives us great sense of wonder, awe, satisfaction, and pride to introduce our Vice Chancellor, Dr. P. Venkatrangan. Dr. P. Venkatrangan was ranked number 1 at India's number 1 ranked IIT Madras, the presidential gold medalist. He then carried out path-breaking research that created the internet, heralding a whole new field of multimedia at internationally ranked University of California, Berkeley, and San Diego. Thereafter, he created 3 startups, amongst which Yodlee is even now a multinational company. What he did next was awe-inspiring. For his love for motherland Bharat, a distinguished 23-year tenure as the Vice Chancellor of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, he set up 25 plus research centers, 100 international collaborations, recruited the best talent, and led Amrita to the top 10 in the NIRF rankings. He continues to be in the Stanford top 2% scientist with publications in Nature. The humility that Dr. Rangan exudes when he attributes his accomplishments to the guidance and bountiful grace of our beloved Amma gives us, all of us, a great sense of pride. His career path is the best proof that the highest professional advancement can be blended with selfless service. I request our esteemed Vice Chancellor to give his parting remarks and message to the graduates.
Om Amriteshwariye Namah. Thank you, Prashant, for the very generous introduction. Thank you very much for a very inspiring speech, our chief guest, the guest of honor. So I wanted to, for the 23 years, I've been talking about messages, but I found that when I give more than one message, students don't remember anything. So this time I decided to give you one message, parting message. As you exit from the portals of this great institution, what do you take with you? As you step into your professional career, almost all of you will encounter artificial intelligence. I'm sure you will all say you're working on artificial intelligence. But one unique thing about Amrita is there is one more AI. In addition to AI, artificial intelligence, Amma's intelligence as well. So what does it mean? So the message is, as you step into your career, there is competence, which both the guests of honor talked about, and compassion. So how do you interpret competence? Competence can be interpreted as solving the problem right. How do you solve a problem right? Using computation, using science, technology, etc. Solving the problem right. is your competence. Now, what is compassion? Compassion is solving the right problem. So, when you choose a problem, if you choose a problem that, if you solve, has immense impact on the society, that is the best way to show compassion. Compassion does not have to be that you are giving money, etc. Choose the right problem. That is compassion in your profession. A synergistic balance between the two is the summum bonum of education. This is the Amrita operating system for your future. Your takeaway: with pride and no arrogance, we wish you Godspeed in your career. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Shashangan Ramanathan, Dean Academics, to propose the vote of thanks.
Om Amriteshwarye Namaha. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of Amma. Respected Sri Gyanesh Kumarji, Chief Election Commissioner of India, respected Dr. Balasubramaniam, Honorable Member of the Niti Aayog, Sampujya Swami, Ramakrishna Anandapuri, Treasurer of M.A. Mutt, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Registrar, Deans, Campus Directors, distinguished faculty members, staff, graduating students and parents, my humble pranams to you today. It is my privilege and honor to propose the vote of thanks on this very special occasion, the 30th Convocation ceremony of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham, Coimbatore campus. First and foremost, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to our chief guest, Sri Gyanesh Kumar, for gracing the occasion with his presence. Sir, thank you for sharing that amazing story where you could make a decision at the age of 21, which I made after 25 years. I made that decision at the age of 46, but you were brave enough. A very well said point. Those days, if you have to talk to parents, you need courage, not WhatsApp message. Another very important point is the pillars are here, driving a nation, a one nation, where democratic rights are absolutely available for living Indian true citizens. ASDDF. I'm sure all of us will remember, and we sincerely thank you for enlightening us on what's happened and how India is progressing. My humble gratitude to our guest of honor, Dr. Balasubramaniam. So your insights into Apara Vidya, Param Vidya. It is not enough to just get your knowledge, but having that mental strength and overcoming challenges and negativities. It's a prime topic for all of us, and especially this generation. You're also blessed to hear it from a person who talked very nicely about a heart to feel, a head to think, and hands to work. Beautifully said, sir. Thank you very much. Sampujya Swamiji, your presence is always a gracious thing for us. You bring the divinity that Amma sends to all of us, and thank you so much, Swamiji, for again emphasizing the importance of mental strength. My sincere thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor for his message, Registrar and fellow deans, respected colleagues, campus directors, and every staff of Amrita Vishwa Vidyapeetham. Now, please pardon me if I'm not listing all of the departments one by one, because it's going to take a long time and I know everybody wants to go grab their lunch. So here is my humble pranams to every one of you at Amrita with folded hands for making this event a grand success. I think our fresh graduates, you've heard a lot what you should be, what you should become. But one point was very clear, that Viksit Bharat 2047 requires you. You are the bedrock of what India can be in the future. And before we hit our 100th independence, I am sure all of you will contribute and contribute in a very solid way. So before I conclude, I just wanted to complete one thing, that we have our Chief Election Commissioner here. So repeat after me and you know what to feel. Let's all unite and make Bharat a Viksit Bharat. Bharat Mata Ki! Bharat Mata Ki! Bharat Mata Ki! Mata Rani Ki! Mata Rani Ki! Mata Rani Ki! Louder! Jai! Jai Hind. Thank you so much.
Now, Shivaya, please rise for the national anthem. After the national anthem, please remain standing till the academic procession leaves the convocation hall.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
वन्दे वेदमातरम् वन्दे देहमातरम् वन्दे देशमातरम् वन्दे विश्वमातरम् वन्दे वेदमातरम् वन्दे देहमातरम् वन्दे देशमातरम् वन्दे विश्वमातरम् जय जय भारत माता जय जय माता अमृतानंदमयी जय जय भारत माता जय जय माता अमृतानंदमयी मंगलकारिणि मंजुलहारिणि माता अमृतानंदमयी मंगलकारिणि मंजुलहारिणि माता अमृतानंदमयी वन्दे वेदमातरम् वन्दे देहमातरम् वन्दे देशमातरम् वन्दे विश्वमातरम् जयतु समस्त चराचर बन्धु भवतु सदा कृति सेवन सिन्धु जयतु समस्त चराचर बन्धु भवतु सदा कृति सेवन सिन्धु वरदिदवासि सदा मम सन्धु मधुरित चिन्ता भवतु कन्दा मनसिदवासि सदा मम सन्धु मधुरित चिन्ता भवतु कन्दा वन्दे वीरमातरम् वन्दे देहमातरम् वन्दे देशमातरम् वन्दे विश्वमातरम् कुरु मे हृदि दोष विचार पूरय मे हृदि धर्म विकार मा कुरु मे हृदि दोष विचार पूरय मे हृदि धर्म विकार आरय मामखिलापनतोमि देहि सदा
An important announcement.